And we're back. We are at the International Builders Show. My name is Heidi Ellsworth, and we are in the Westlake Royal Building Products booth live with the Roofers Coffee Shop soundstage. Yes, we are. International Builders Show. Can you believe that? And I'm so excited. I'm so excited to have Andy Stoltz here because talk about being on the forefront of something amazing. Andy and Renovate Robotics is right there. So Andy, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, so I'm Andy Stoltz. I'm one of the co-founders of Renovate Robotics. We're building robotic solutions that automate the installation of shingles on rooftops, and then we've got big plans to expand into solar, into commercial roofing, and a lot of spaces from there.
And probably a lot of the products that we're seeing around here, right?
Yeah.
It will be all roofing products, and Westlake has a lot of them. So that is so exciting. You have a booth here, and you are in the startup zone.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, so we're with a group of, I think there's about 12 or 15 startups. We all have little kind of stand-up booths, and so there's a technology-focused pavilion over there. We presented this morning at the startup pitch competition. We actually won the People's Choice Award, and so we're getting a lot of really good feedback.
So great.
Yeah, we have a video of our first prototype that we're showing, so we're attracting a lot of attention. Yeah,
that's great. Watch for an article on this on Roofers Coffee Shop. We'll definitely be covering it. That is so exciting. So tell a little bit about the history of Renovate and how it all came to be.
Yeah, so my background is in robotics and automation, but my family is a big construction family. And so my dad ran a general contractor. I've got cousins and uncles that are roofers and concrete workers and plumbers. And so where the idea really came to me is I bought a house that needed the roof replaced, and it was just a painful process. All the contractors were booked out. When they did show up, it's really dangerous work, really repetitive work. And so I started throwing ideas off my family. Could we build a robot that could do some of this work automatically? And one thing led to another. I found a co-founder that knew how to attract capital and do the marketing. And we've got a couple years later, we've got a prototype that's working. We're taking the industry by storm. Yeah,
you can see the videos out there. It is really, really cool. You guys were at IRE, the International Roofing Expo. How did that go?
It went super well. We talked to over 100 contractors. We have a big backlog of people that want to do pilot projects with us. It's just really fun getting out in there in front of people. Yeah.
Oh, it's so exciting. And I have to tell you, we met through Roofing Technology Think Tank.
Yes.
Right? So RT3, if you're not involved, you should be. And we are actually going to be going to your facility in May. So we're going to be live there. We'll be having video through RT3 of all the robots, what's happening, your whole area. So kind of just to give everybody, because it's so cool, let them know where you're at, where you're located, and how cool the area is.
Yeah, so we work out of Brooklyn, New York. It's the old Navy Yard that's right there in Brooklyn, where they built most of the naval ships for World War II. So that whole area has been kind of remodeled and revitalized for hardware startups to do manufacturing jobs in Brooklyn, New York. And we have an awesome lab there. We actually just completed an outside test roof. And so when you guys are there in May, we'll have the robot operating outside. You'll actually see the next generation of hardware. So it's a lot lighter, a lot faster, a lot more reliable than the vision that we have out publicly. So you're going to be in store for a lot of fun stuff.
It's so cool. I'm so excited. We'll take video if we can. There'll be certain things I'm sure that are a little secret. But okay, so the startup zone. I think that's just so cool. We're going to be there tomorrow. We're going to come by and see you guys. We're going to get some video. So watch us live. We're going to go through the startup zone. But what are you seeing? I know you've been busy. You've been pitching. You've been winning awards. You've been doing all this. But what are you seeing overall? Just even in the startup zone or walking, this kind of piques your interest.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think we tap into a lot of big trends that are happening in the industry in general. So labor shortages. Everyone's aware of that. When you look at climate and the severity and frequency of storms, it's just causing a lot more damage. That's leading to a lot more demand. And so people are looking at ways to increase productivity. And so the robotics and all the aspects around, how do you do things fast and accurate? We tap into all of that. And then I think the third thing is with AI, And it's this new technology that people are wondering, how does that get applied to construction?
Yes.
And we have machine vision and AI models that are running on our robot, and so we kind of help people understand on how you can use that technology. And so those are the things that we're picking up on trends in the industry. But as we look around, there's people that are building great software, there's people that are building new materials, and I think all of that's going to combine into even more excitement.
We were just talking about that in our earlier interview with Patrick from Qualified Remodeler, and he was like, contractors are trying to decide, do I do something now, do I wait? But really, the software providers, the inventors out there are really taking AI and making it part of their system. So don't wait, don't stop.
Yeah.
You got to get this technology going.
Yeah. Well, and I think along with the labor shortage stuff, I think the technology is going to be a way for people to help bridge that gap.
Yes.
Because not only does it improve your productivity, but it helps you attract a different type of worker. And so you can bring people in that maybe they don't want to be on their hands and knees installing shingles all day, but they want to be a robot operator. And so you can fill those labor gaps by attracting new types of people.
I mean, seriously, who doesn't want to run a robot?
Yeah.
I mean, come on, that's cool. That's the future.
Yeah, and we talked to, we had a high school shop teacher stop by this morning, and so he was talking about that the stuff that excites the next generation of workers, and he's like, the technology, the robots, the AI, that's all stuff they want to be involved in. And so it's just how you attract that next group of talent.
I love it. Well, and I do have to say, for everybody out there, you might be thinking robot, roofing robot, and you're thinking of somebody from the movies that's up there with 2 legs and 2 arms, and no. That is not what it's like. Give everybody just a visual of your robot. What does it look like?
So like you said, we're not building a humanoid robot at all.
No humans.
But what our robot looks like is you mount these anchor points around the roof plane. So there's 3 that go across the top and 2 in the lower corners. And then there are cables that all work together to pull the robot around the roof. And then there's an arm that reaches out to place the shingles and nail them down. And we tie all that together with our machine vision system. And so that vision system guarantees each shingle is placed correctly. And then it also provides a statistical report. So you can go to insurance companies and inspectors and say, every shingle is exactly right, every nail's in the right spot. And so you have that point source of truth.
I can't say that you can do that now.
No. It all gets covered up. Once it's on the roof, you can't validate anything.
That is so cool. And it's okay. The way I look at things, it's kind of like, it's not. So don't freak out on me. But it's kind of like a printer, and you just reload it with paper, but you reload it with shingles.
Exactly.
And and then they go down. So it's I have to tell you, Andy, so excited. So excited, first of all, to come visit you in May. So happy. Thank you so much for taking the time away from your booth. Award-winning booth, and coming over here and spending time with us today. You're the best.
It's so great. Great to see you.
Congratulations, my friend.
Thank you.
And look, this is the kind of stuff. It's so cool at the International Builders Show. Stay tuned. We have more coming your way. It is great interviews today. And afterwards, after 2 o'clock, stay tuned, because we're going to go out to the outside and see all the buildings and everything that's happening out there. Stay tuned. We'll be back soon.